It's like it oozed out of his portal, spun itself into me, and my astral body is holding it there. To be the mother of a dark divine offspring, in my energy matrix, we conceive. I take the card to burn in hellfire. I watch until 2 red dots, like eyes, merge into one. He says, "This is like the spark that grows." It dissolves into a deepening black pit. As I lay, there is so much energy surrounding me. I say, "Send it through me, Belial, your plasma, send it through me. We conceive in my energy matrix. Send it through me, send it through. Send it through me." There's this circling lime green sphere above my navel. My stomach is tingling, and suddenly there is this drop, like that when a roller coaster drops. It was like that plunge, I gasp. Something is happening to me. And he says, "Your mind knows." And I'm hit with paralysis, and in a vision, he drops a vampire bat into my stomach, and he tells me to write the N and its name. And when I look upon these words, I feel like I had seen them before. Conceived. In 9 days, I birth Belial's astral child. And he takes it with him. So I become aware of this ball above my navel, just in my solar plexus chakra. And then I totally freaked out, and I'm just sitting there shaking, hungry, happy, wondering if this is real. And he says, "It is real, demoness." He reassures me. So I wake up on day 1, and I see in mind's eye that there are these green spikes that project out of my spine suddenly. And later that day, I'm in ritual, and he says, "Touch it." So I touch, and I hold my hands out above my stomach, and there's this intense tingling in my hand. And then he says, "Touch somewhere else, like your shoulder." I go to touch my shoulder. Nothing. No tingling. And I look at him in surprise, and he's like, "Yes." So then on day 2, there is this beaming yellow light that comes out of my solar plexus chakra. And then I see this green sphere, the same one that I saw during the mating ritual. I see it spinning behind it. It's actually, the colors are beautiful. and then I see my spine with these green, it's like a dinosaur tail, these green spikes, and they grow in length. And then I felt super hungry, and he's telling me to eat meat, saying that that will help. And on day 3, my energy field is completely drained. As I wake, I feel totally weakened, and he's telling me to eat meat, and I become super duper aware of this sphere in my solar plexus chakra, and it's getting dense. It's still a sphere, but it's feeling dense, and I'm starting to feel heavy, actually. And there's no signs in my physical body otherwise. And I start holding my hands out to the side because I'm starting to see the green move all the way around my solar plexus. And so I'm trying to look normal in public, trying not to hold my arms away from myself. But that's what I felt like doing. And every time I go around that area, I would just tingle in my fingers, just tingling. And I'm in the car, and I hear this sweet voice. It says, "I love you, Mama." And I had the urge to say it for the first time. I was like, "I love you, Violette," her name. And then I send this red stream into the green sphere. Day 4. He doesn't want any other human's energy coming into my energy field. So I was just like, no hugs, no nothing. And so during a ritual, I'm sigil gazing, and he tells me to look up. And I close my eyes, and I see that black light purple. And I grasp it. in my hand, and I just let the purple move through my hand into the energy sphere. And it was truly amazing. It felt like I was feeding her the essence of the outer darkness. And there's a figure behind me, and he speaketh in a comely voice, with a demon claw gently holding the energy sphere. I could see the suit that he wears. I could see his sleeves, and he says, "You are doing well." And it really made me feel really good. This is obviously my first time in this otherworldly experience. It is a beautiful experience. My astral pregnancy. I see the earth spinning. It's in my lower chakras, but it's like I see it with mind's eye. Really vivid, actually, the earth spinning in my chakras. But it's like I'm looking down from a horizon in space. And then suddenly my energy field feels depleted. And I'm like, I think that's when she's feeding. And right after I said that, light is literally pulled down from my brain through my spine and out into the sphere. I'm like, is she eating from my mind? And I'm at work while this is happening. I'm like, wow, shit. And, or is she learning what I know? Hard to say. So I did a little research, and there's not much out there. But there was a girl on Bal who said her astral pregnancy lasted 10 days. There's a male that said that his astral pregnancy lasted 7 days. And I read elsewhere that it could last for a month or a couple months. It just depends on a variety of factors, such as like the type of spirit. Now this spirit for me is a demon. So he told me it would take 9 days. I have 5 days left to show her love. That's what I felt on day 4. So day 5, I woke up feeling like all of my cells had all the light pulled from them, and I was incredibly drained. I could not wake up. While I'm laying in bed, there's this darkness that just falls down on me, kind of like it does during an invocation. So the green spikes of the dino tail, they grow in length. They're super long. I have this energy sphere that's going all the way around my solar plexus. And I'm kind of like, oh, and I'm seeing them grow. The spikes are now growing up from my thighs. And I'm like, this is like a spirit. She is like a spirit that is about to morph off of my spirit, while my spirit's in the physical, is what I'm thinking. And because I'm starting to think about the night of separation and what's going to happen, but I'm trying not to have any expectations for it. I'm trying to just let whatever happen. That's why I'm like, I did a little bit of research on what was out there, but I'm trying to just document everything that happened and just know that this is my personal experience and just keep track of everything. Just really enjoy it. And I did. I really enjoyed this experience. And let's see what else happened on. So at some point I'm in the shower and I'm thinking about Belial, and I just held my heart and I let the red go from my heart down into the energy sphere. And as if I was sending my love into her. What I've noticed is she started like consuming my energy bodies, or my emotional bodies and energy. My emotional bodies, as if she was trying to learn. And so then he tells me that I need to go into the black sun with him. I lay flat on my back in the silence, the drawing I made of the black sun I hold up to mind's eye, and I'm sigil gazing. And he says, let it pull you in. After a while, I suddenly close my eyes, and I see the blue waves. I sense him standing in a black suit next to me. Eyes are still closed, and then suddenly I'm pulled into space. I can feel space. And I'm no longer in my room, yet I'm still aware of my body. And I feel space surround me. And he says, come with me. And we drop into the black sun, and I open my eyes, and I see in my room a swirl go up towards the ceiling and then fiercely drop down into the sphere. I close my eyes again. I let myself leave my body, and I feel odd twitches and cramps, phantom kicks, I guess they are called, in my stomach, in my physical stomach. And then I see as we are inside the black sun, and it looks like a cavern with like oozing black oil from the sides, from the walls. And he says, what is created by the demonic can be seen here. Come here the next 3 days. This is what helps it grow in a week and not months. So I go to the wall of the cave, and he says, swallow it with a breath. Seemed odd, but I put my mouth against this wall, and I just breathed in, and it felt like air. It didn't feel solid, but it was kind of like fleshy. More like nothing. A fleshy but nothing, right? And so I breathe in deeply into my stomach, and it expands, and I feel a circuit from the black sun going through me into the energy sphere that is above my resting body. And it grows out my sides even more. And he says, good, keep going. And my stomach is tingling. I'm feeling these odd sensations. And soon I just see nothing, and it all goes black. And then I see myself in the black sun again, and I turn to the side, and I look like I'm 7 months pregnant. My astral body looks like it's 7 months pregnant. And I freaked out and went back to my body. So my body shows no physical signs of pregnancy, yet I'm fatigued and hungry. And so I took a pregnancy test just to rule it out. And then it was negative, and I felt like the rays of the black sun were like swirling within the sphere. Like I felt like there was black swirling within it, and as well as like trailing out my body, like behind me as I walked. And so I wondered, like, if everything created by the demonic can be seen here, since if everything created by the demonic can be seen there, then perhaps this is giving her more of their intelligences, I wondered. And perhaps I will pull Gnosis from her in the future. I really don't know what role she will have in my life. I just know that he is like happy with the progress. And so during the invites into Bohu, Belial had said, your astral body will be altered. Do it. You accept? And I said yes. And it's funny because I never ask what he means because I like to be surprised. And well, surprise. I didn't see this one coming when he asked me later on. And so I have been like really fierce. Like there's this new level of fire within me, and I had to control it. Moving through me, it was really hard to work in sales during this experience, but I still met my quotas. That's all I know. No, I'm like, nobody knows like what's going on. But so it was really starting to feel all so profound for me. And I always say to Belial, like, I want the next otherworldly experience. And so that's what I get the more I work with him. And then, oh shit, like, I felt like light had been pulled from my spine into the energy sphere. And it just brooms through my torso like a vacuum. And I just like, I think she's going to be huge tomorrow. And he's like, density increases. You may feel your ribs with immense gravity upon them. Be not afraid. It's almost over. And I asked him, will you see me tonight? And he says, yes, we go back to the black sun. I guide you there and you consume it. So I fall through the sides of the black sun, and I'm falling for a while, almost scared, and then a red dragon catches me on its back. And I had a hard time staying awake after that, but he said, just breathe in, and the circuit is made whether you fall asleep or not, just keep breathing. The rays of the black sun are still snapping behind me, even more so on day 7. And I thought about how I'll need like a sigil to connect with her. And then he's like, perhaps you already drew one. And then an image was sent to mind's eye of the incantation from the mating ritual. And there is a sigil on there. There's also the N, and there's her name. I'm like, he gave me everything I need to connect with her. And so I asked him, how long did you want to do this? And he said 10 months. Well, 10 months ago, I invoked a lesson about how I can create on the astral and how I can manipulate the astral to benefit me here in the physical. Regardless, I do feel that she may be born into a human body one day, perhaps when I'm old, and that's why I'm not going to place her in a vessel or anything. I want her to live on the astral so I can access her. And that's why I agreed that she goes with him. But I do have a portal to her here in the physical. And I can connect with her anytime. Actually, I even said, like, I want to get really close to her. And he said, good, that will make it more enjoyable for me. So he really wanted me to give her love and emotions and just teach her. Day 8. I'm feeling her energy in my heart chakra now. And I feel like I'm 300 pounds. And all the weight is in my chakras, not my body. But I'm heavy, just weighed down. It's hard to walk. And I'm still hungry and tired. And this fire that I have to control. It's okay, I like fire. That's why I'm in this experience. And so he's telling me about the separation ritual. He says, I need you to be relaxed. Draw her sigil and place it below mine. We chant her end together. You will have to say the words of departure. Violet, separate from my astral body and flesh. I release you. Separate from me now. I was very sad on day 8, knowing that it ends tonight, just after midnight, during witching hour on day 9. But he says, exponential growth after 9 days will rip your astral body. This ends tonight. Letting her go is the start of something new. You are the one that has to let her go. You are the one that has to say the words. She is separating from your astral body tonight. This ends tonight. You will be sad on Sunday. Your energy returns to normal on Monday and life returns to normal for you. Day 9. I invoked Belial. I'm sigil gazing at her sigil below his. And we're chanting her end together for the first time. Roughly 108 times. And I felt so heavy. So sad. And I tried to resist. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to let it separate from me. I don't want to do this. And he says, it is time to say the words. And so I say the words of departure. And I do it 3 times. And on the third time, I say the words, my whole body, I'm laying flat on my back and my whole body just clenches up. And she pulled off of me, and I felt the separation. If I could draw an image of it, it would be like 2 spears in like 2 cells. Think about like meiosis, or cells separating from each other in replication, and I felt it. And I hear her sweet voice say, thank you, Mama. And I laid there for a while, just feeling empty. And he runs his hand over me. And I just see light, as if I don't know, he was healing my astral body perhaps. I don't know. And he said, you did well. So, I released her, and I'm oddly aware of her somewhere else. No longer a part of my astral body. She is a being that exists with them. And I'm very sad, and my body feels sore. The clenching up that happened, it was very intense. It made my whole body sore. All the muscles in my body were sore, in my physical body. As she separated from my astral body. And, I was sad for a couple days. The post-astral pregnancy was rough, but everything did return to normal. The next day, I didn't feel any heaviness. I wasn't as hungry. It was like it was all over. I just had to focus on knowing that she's elsewhere and I created her and I did well. And I can access her to benefit me as a magician. The experience was so otherworldly. To mate with a spirit is to create an astral child. And this was my experience. And I wanted to share it. However odd and personal it is, I wanted to share it because there are just not many videos out there about it. And I know I'm not the only one going through this experience. And so perhaps you can watch this and just know that it's happened to other people and it's great. And the benefits of having an astral child, well, they really are limitless. The astral is limitless. So to have a being that's a part of you on the other side, you might want to explore that. It's up to you. I recommend exploring it. I have had experiences with her that are very, very exciting, and I'm just exploring how she can benefit me as a magician. And it's badass. So, Ave Belly Gal for doing this experience with me and recommending it to me. And thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Hail Satan.